Hello all, welcome to this session. In this session, I'm going to answer one of the Java interview questions. That is, write a Java program to print Floyd's triangle. Let me answer. So before I practically demonstrate, let's understand what exactly is Floyd's triangle. Floyd's triangle will look something like this. In the first row, it will start with the number 1. In the second row, after 1, what will come? 2, right? 2 digits will be there. 2 numbers will be printed in the second row, starting from the next number of 1, that is 2 and 3. After 3, what will come? 4, right? In the third row, it will start from 4. And in the third row, 3 digits starting from 4. 4, 5, 6. After 6, what will come? 7. In the fourth row, starting from 7 to 4 digits, it will come 7, 8, 9, 10. And after 10, 11 will come. The fifth row will start with 11 with 5 digits, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. If you have more rows, here 16, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 will come. 22 onwards, 7th row and go on. Okay. This is what is a Floyd's triangle. How to write a Java program which can print such kind of Floyd's triangle. Here, what I will do in this program is I'll try to collect the number of rows. Okay. For the Floyd's triangle to be printed. That input I will take from the user during the runtime. And if the user inputs 5, this kind of Floyd's triangle will come. Okay, it is right-handed kind of triangle, right-handed. You see this direction is to the right side. It looks like a triangle moving on to the right side. So it's the right-handed triangle. So, but here number of rows I'll intake from the user, but depending on the number of rows, the number of numbers, you see, if I take 5 rows up to 15, it is coming. If I take 6 rows, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 20, up to 21 numbers will come. Okay, and so on. That how many rows the user wants to this particular Floyd triangle to be printed with. That input I will take from the user, and remaining all logic I'll write for printing the Floyd triangle. For now, I'll switch to the practical mode to this Eclipse IDE. Here I'm going to create a new class. In the new class, I'm going to write the code for printing that Floyd triangle depending on the number of rows inputted by the user. I'll create a class. I'll just name this class as class 22. Class 22 with main method. I'll create, click on finish, and here inside the main method, write down the code for taking the number of rows from the user. Scanner is equal to scanner is equal to new scanner, scanner is equal to new scanner. Control Shift O, and here try to write down system.in. Okay, then after that, write down scanner.nextInt, and before you collect that number of rows from the user, write down a print statement helping the user during the runtime to enter the number of rows. Enter number of rows. Okay, for Floyd's triangle. Okay, Okay, Floyd's triangle. Enter the number of rows for Floyd's triangle. Here I'll capture the rows. Int rows is equal to scanner.nextInt. After that, the job of the scanner is done. You can close this if you want. That's up to you. The scanner object you can close once the task is done. In taking the input from the user is done, you can simply close the scanner object. You don't have to close it at the end of the program. You can close it at any line after the input channel is closed. Okay. After the input is done, you can close it anywhere. Now I have to write the logic for printing the Floyd's triangle based on the number of rows. So I'll write something like this for int I is equal to 1, starting from the first row till which row? I less than or equal to rows. I less than or equal to number of rows. That many rows should be there. I plus plus. I'll write like that. In that, I have to write another inner for loop. Nested for loop, I have to write int j is equal to 1. How many numbers in that row I have to print? I have to print depending on the row number. I have to print that many number of numbers. For example, in the first row, I is 1. In the first row, I is 1. 1 less than or equal to, for example, if the user has given 5, 1 less than or equal to 5. The rows are, row number is what? Row number is 1. R is equal to 1, let's say. Okay, I is equal to 1 is row number 1. In the row number 1, how many numbers should be printed? That should be equal to the row number. That's why j is equal to 1. J less than or equal to I have to say. Okay, only that particular number of numbers I have to print. In the first row, I have to print only 1 number. In the second row, I have to print 2 numbers. In the third row, I have to print 3 numbers. That's why I'm giving j less than or equal to I, j plus plus. Depending on the number of row, that particular number of iterations this inner for loop will iterate, that you have to understand. But what we have to print basically, initially, int n is equal to 1, I'll say. Okay. So initially, I'll say int n is equal to the number 1. Okay. So here, I'll print out system.out.print. Instead of ln, I'll say print, guys. And I'll print the value of n. Okay, I'll print the value of n and give a space here so that the next numbers will have some space. Otherwise, it will be very clumsy. So after this n, I'll say n plus plus. The next number that need to be printed should be after 1, 2 should be printed. After 2, 3 should be printed. That's why I'm using this logic, guys. Here we are not either printing I or j, we are printing n here. Initial value of n is 1. In the first row, what will happen into I is equal to 1 in the row 1, 1 less than or equal to 5, let's assume we'll go inside that. J is equal to 1. 1 is less than or equal to 1. That is true. We'll go inside that. Here, the value of n is 1. 1 will be printed. In the first row, 1 will be printed. In the first row, 1 will be printed. And then n will become 2. N will become 2 here. And here j plus plus will happen. J will become 2. 2 less than or equal to 1 is false. Will come out of the inner for loop. And after that, I have to go to the next row. For that, I've used print ln statement here so that I can go to the new row. Okay. And here control will come to I plus plus where I will become 2. This is the row 2. When I becomes 2, it's the row 2. 2 less than or equal to 5 is true again will come inside. Here j is equal to 1. 1 less than or equal to 2 is true. We'll go inside that. The value of n is currently 2. So 2 will be printed here in the next line. In the next line here, in the new row, 2 will be printed because the value of n is already incremented to 2 here. Now, n will become 3 after printing 2 and space. The n will become 3 and here j will become 2. 2 less than or equal to 2 will be true again. Will come inside. The current value of n is 3. 2 space 3 will be printed. And then we'll go to the, and then j plus plus will happen where j will become 3. 3 less than or equal to I, that is 2, is false. We'll come out to the inner for loop. We'll go to the new line. Once we go to this new line, it will be like this, guys. It will be like this. We'll go to the new line. And here, okay, the value of n has become 4 by this time. After printing 3, right, the value of n has become 4. And here I plus plus happened. R will become 3 here. So j is equal to 1. J is 1. J is 1. 1 less than or equal to 3. I is 3 here, or row you can say. That is j is less than or equal to 1. That is j is 1. Sorry, j is 1. 1 less than or equal to 3 is true. We'll go inside that current value of n. 4 will be printed here. Okay, 4 will be printed here with a space. After that, n plus will become 5. J plus plus will happen. J will become 2. 2 less than or equal to 3 is again true. We'll go inside that current value of n. 5 will be printed with a space. Then n will become 6 here. J plus plus, j will become 3. 3 less than or equal to 3 is still true. We'll go inside that current value of n. 6 will be printed here with a space and go to the new line. So here n will become 7 and we'll go to the new line. And here the next print ln, we are going to the new line here. I plus plus, I will become 4. Okay, I will become 4. 4 less than or equal to 5 is true. Number of rows is 5, let's say. 4 less than 5 is true. We'll go inside that. J will become 1 here. 1 less than or equal to 4 is true. The current value of n is 7. 7 will be printed here with a space. Then n plus plus will happen. N will become 8. J plus plus, j will become 2. 2 less than or equal to 4. True again. Current value of n 8 will be printed. Then n will become 9. J plus plus, j will become 3. 3 less than or equal to 4 is true. The current value of n 9 will be printed with a space. N will become 10 here. J plus plus, j will become 4. 4 less than or equal to 4 is true. We'll go inside that. Here current value of n, that is 10, will be printed with a space. Then we'll go to the, here n will become 11 and we'll go to the new line because of the print ln statement. Because here when j becomes 5, 5 less than or equal to 4 is false will come out. So we'll go to the new line. And here I will become 5. 5 less than or equal to 5 is true still. We'll go inside that. J will become 1 again. J will become 1. 1 less than or equal to 5 is true. We'll go inside that. Current value of n, that is 11, will be printed here. 11 will be printed with a space. With a space, it will be printed. And after that, n plus plus will become 12. Then we'll go to j plus plus, j will become 2, 2 less than or equal to 2 less than or equal to 5 is true. We'll go inside that current value, that is 12 will be printed with a space. Then it will become 13. J plus plus j will become 3 here. 3 less than or equal to 5 is true. Current value of n, that is 13, will be printed here. 13 will be printed here somehow. Okay. Space will be printed. Then n will become 14. J will become 4. 4 less than or equal to 5 is true. We'll go inside that current value of n is 14. So 14 will be printed here after the space. 14 will be printed here. Okay. 14 will be printed here. After 14 got printed here, then n will become 15 and j will become j plus plus 5. 5 less than or equal to 5 is true. Current value of n is 15. So here after a space, 15 will be printed. Then n will become 16. Then here j will become 6. 6 less than or equal to 5 is false. We'll come out of the inner for loop. We'll go to the new line here. We'll go to the new line. Okay. We'll go to the new line. And here I plus plus will happen. I will become 6. 6 is less than or equal to 5 is false. We'll come out of the external for loop. So this kind of Floyd's triangle will be printed because of this logic. So hope that you got the logic, guys, how we have implemented that. Okay. So like this, if you write the code, you can print the Floyd's triangle. Okay. And we just get the number of rows from the user, and remaining part program will take care of. Okay. So let's run the code and see. You can take a screenshot of this code if you want to practice later. So right click, run as Java application. Right click, run as Java application. Enter the number of rows. If I give the number of rows as 5, you see 1 in the first row, 1 is there, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 got printed. If I give 10 rows, you see very big Floyd triangle will be printed. If I give 10 rows, I'll give 10 here. You see, it will be very big Floyd triangle. You see, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Up to 55 got printed. Number of rows will be 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Till 55, the numbers got printed. Like that, any number you give that much bigger, any big number you give that much bigger, Floyd triangle will be printed with the help of this Java program. So hope guys you got the answer for this question with practical demonstration in this session. So that's all for this session. Thank you. Bye-bye.